Now I'm going to teach you how to add students to your Google Classroom. So I'm going to assume that you've started and you've created a Google Class. I'm going to show you right from the main Google screen so we can see how to do it all the way from the beginning. So we're going to navigate again to classroom.google.com. Now, hopefully, you have one or more classes populated, and this is kind of the desktop of Google Classroom from which you can select the class. So I'm going to go into the class we created last time, which is Mr. G's Class 1. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me in. This is where we left off last time. There are two main ways that we can add students to a classroom. The first is to have the students use a classroom code that is uniquely generated on a per class basis. So if we click on the Students tab up at the top here, it's going to take us in. And if you look carefully right here, you're going to find a unique class code, and your students can add simply this code and they will be added directly to this classroom. A little tip is that if there are any ambiguous characters in there, sometimes there's O's and zeros and there's a mixture. What you can do is you can click on this and you can say reset, and it will give you a new series of characters. And you can do that repeatedly and you'll get a new set of characters. And I would go until you have ones that are pretty easy to discern from one another. So there's my code, and I could provide that to my students. I put that up on my smartboard, or I write it on the whiteboard, or I write it on the chalkboard, and students themselves can then add themselves to the classroom. Alternatively, you can click on Invite Students. And when you click on that, if you are signed in through your school Google Classroom environment, what you're going to find is you're going to find a populated list of students down here. And you can then type in their individual names. So you can type in a name and it will populate. I'm going to do my wife, just to give an idea of what it's going to look like, and it's going to find, and you can click on that and we can say invite. When I click on invite there, what it's going to do is it's going to send an invitation off to her. When she logs into Google Classroom, she'll be able to find an invite there, and she can just accept the invite and she'll be populated within my classroom. So there we go, two different ways that you can add students to your classroom. Again, either by providing the unique class code or by clicking invite students and inviting them on an individual basis. When you do that, if you invite them, you're going to see here all of the people who you've invited, and it will indicate whether or not they've actually accepted your invitation. Until they have accepted it, it will simply say invited. When they have accepted it, the invite is going to go away and it will become not grayed out anymore, and you will be able to tell that the student has actually accepted your invitation. Okay, great.